नमस्कार, फिर पैसा बोलता है में आपका स्वागत है। मैं आनंद श्रीनिवासन। आज शनिवार है तो हॉट टेक्स करेंगे। एक ही इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक है, इसके बारे में मेरे भाई बात करना चाहता था, वो उसके बारे में हम बात करेंगे। अगर आप लोगों ने इसे बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग पाया तो मैं कल या परसों उसको हिंदी में अनुवाद कर और 2 मिनट उसके बारे में बात करूँगा। विनोद, व्हाट डू यू वांट टू टॉक टुडे?
Well, they have always told us to avoid IPO, no matter where, what. That IPO is not what it used to be in the days of Infosys, the days of Reliance. That IPOs nowadays, there's nothing on the investors. It's only an exit form for companies. But is this coming IPO of Hyundai any different? Should I be subscribing to this IPO? Why shouldn't I if I should not?
Okay, Hyundai is a great company.
Yes.
In India especially. They are at the number 2 place, and now the number 2 they are being seriously challenged by the Tatas. They had a tall by design which was very successful.
The Santro.
Tall by Santro, you had one, if I remember.
Yes.
And Radha also had one.
Lovely car.
But then the tall by was replaced by some other vehicle.
I-10, I-20.
I-10, I-20, all that have not been not as iconic as the tall by design. And then they formed the Creta, which is very successful. And they had Elantra, Verna, so many cars. And because Tatas have been very slow on the uptake, they have managed to be in the second place. They also had Hyundai Kona, which is an electric car, which is very expensive too. And therefore, the amount of electric cars sold in the country are coming down as a percentage of total cars.
Correct.
It was 20% 2 years back. It has become 16, now it has become 13. Basically, it is not that the number of cars have dropped. The total number of cars sold has kept increasing.
Yes, and the percentage.
Percentage of electric cars, even though it is going up, has come down.
Correct, in comparison.
Also, another major market is West Asia for Hyundai. There they are unable to face the onslaught of the Toyota and the Chinese cars.
Yes.
And so they have no idea how to counter this. Long before this IPO was made, I went back to Korea to check what was the valuation of Hyundai, because the Hyundai car was very popular. To my surprise, I saw Hyundai at 2 times earnings. I have a good friend who is a general manager for Hyundai abroad, not in India. And he told me, he convinced me not to touch Hyundai because he says Hyundai lacks imagination and is not able to counter the Chinese cars. And he says we are at a loss because China is supplying same quality at 75% price. Now they have lobbied with the Chinese, with the Americans and the European Union governments to stamp a heavy duty on the Chinese cars, so that the Hyundais and the Toyotas can compete. This is as far as Hyundai overview goes. Hyundai is one of the most successful out of Korea. They are into construction. They are into several businesses.
Yes,
and in one of my videos, I talk about the founder of Hyundai and how he succeeded against all odds. But the fact remains, the valuation for Korea, where the main company is listed, is absurdly poor. That includes all of Hyundai's India business.
And all their Korean business.
All their Korean business and all their international business.
Combined.
And some element of Kia. Hyundai owns a portion of Kia also.
Yes.
So I have that kind of business. At less than 2 times, or no, maybe it has gone up. Assume it's 5 times earnings or 10 times earnings, I have that company. Here is Hyundai. Came to Sri Perumbudur 20-25 years ago. And they are going to sell 15% of their company. And 15% of their company, they want a valuation of 25,000 crores.
Yes, $3.5 billion.
Then if it's 3.5, it's 30,000 crores. They want you to pay 30,000 crores for 15% of the company. Then the valuation is more than 2.5 lakh crores in the IPO.
Yes.
And if you invest in the IPO, it has to hit 5 lakh crores or 4 lakh crores. Now we just, in the Tamil channel, discussed Mahindra and Mahindra, and we compared it with Tata's. Tata's are at 3.25 lakh crores. Mahindra is at 3.65 lakh crores. So this will command a premium of 4 lakh crores or something like that. That's what is the hope.
Yes.
And they can take $3.5 billion and go out of the country. There is nothing, no new plant and all that.
No,
This
what
is
they're
offer
claiming.
for-
No, wait. What they're claiming, they took over General Motors plant in Pune. They're going to expand with all this extra cash, 15% production, and do something there.
As of now, what they are doing is this 15% is going back to the parent. It's offer for sale.
So why does the parent company want 15% back?
Because I'm getting good valuation.
Make-
Only
make
India business.
hay when the sun is shining. Huh?
Exactly, Whirlpool did it. Because I'm getting 3 billion. Then the entire world.
Wait. I'm curious. So after all this is done, then will Indian Hyundai have to pay royalty like what Nestle is
Is
doing?
already paying.
Yeah, but
Maruti is paying royalty.
wow.
Nestle is paying. Unilever is paying. Procter and Gamble is paying. Even Hyundai will pay for lawyer. Maruti is paying. So you will also pay royalty. And when you get dividend, 85% of the dividend he will take. If I own the parent, I get the royalty. I get the 85% of the dividend at a better dividend yield, at a far cheaper valuation. But here, for 15% of only India business, I'll have to spend 4 lakh crores.
Okay, so let me clarify something. So before those days, Indians did not have an option but to buy the standard orphan here, either being it Hindustan Lever or Nestle India, because we couldn't have access abroad. Now that we have access to all global markets, as a retail investor, are we more prudent to look at, if you are very, very keen on owning Hyundai,
Go and buy it in the Korean market.
so who will buy this then? Subscribe only institutional investors.
No, yeah, it is like lamb to the slaughter. Something like 25,000 crores is going through SIPs into active funds.
Oh God! So you're saying mutual fund
Yeah,
managers
mutual
will be
fund.
having a field day also.
They'll have a field day. This is definitely better than buying Zomato.
Yeah, I agree.
So you will make a killing on this. So the investor banker will get a fee.
Yes.
The mutual fund manager will get a free Korean tour and all to see
Yes.
what is the factories. He will travel around the world as a part of a guided tour.
All legal, of course. It's all very
all
legal.
legal.
All legal.
All legal, morally correct. Because I am putting investor
Yes,
money.
correct.
I have to see what is there.
Take care of my investors.
I'm taking care of my investors.
Yes.
And the press will
So I
get
can
a...
tell my investors, I went and I saw. Oh, nice.
Yeah. And all the media guys will be taken on a free cook tour of Korean plants and all that, Australian plant. And along the way, they may see
We are in
Australian
the wrong
Open.
business, son. We are in the wrong business.
I don't want. Because when I was a Samsung distributor in my previous avatar, they took me, when we went to Malaysia, we went to a Samsung factory. Now we make it here. Those days we were making 15-inch monitors.
Yes. Those are
Right.
big things then. Those tube monitors.
Yeah. And what was happening, on one side Samsung was coming, on the other side Compaq was coming.
Correct.
Same factory line assembly.
One is
line.
sticker.
Only packing sticker was different. So they will go and see all that and come. But the main thing is these guys are going to take 30 at a higher valuation, get $3 billion to do what they want to do. So this will go through, this will succeed. It will be India's largest IPO. There will be a big listing gain. It's a lottery, everybody will make money. Unless, unfortunately, for Hyundai, along the way something happens and the market collapses right in between the process.
Yeah. You know.
But that's very unlikely. So this is what it is. You should avoid this.
So we've given you the reasons why you should avoid this. And I'm sure, though we say this, there's many of you who are going to subscribe to this. We would like to know your thought process behind it. So in the comments down below, let us know why, counter this argument from me and Anand, why, regardless of all what we said, that you would still think this is a great opportunity to buy Hyundai India, of all things.
आपने इस पॉडकास्ट को सुना, इसके लिए मैं आपका आभारी हूँ. हो सके तो इस वीडियो को लाइक कीजिए, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और बेल नोटिफिकेशन दबाएं. इस वीडियो को अपने दोस्त और रिश्तेदार के पास भेजें और उनको देखने की आग्रह करें. नमस्कार, धन्यवाद, जय हिंद.